Thank you, sir. At the Comedy Store, welcome, Joe Brennan.
Wow, what an introduction. How you guys doing tonight? Man. So I had kind of a weird few weeks. Like, I'm just sitting at a gas station, right? Just sitting there, not doing anything. And all of a sudden I hear this guy yelling behind me. And I look over and it's this big black dude walking towards me. And when I don't say, I don't mean like kind of big. I'm talking Michael Clark Duncan from the Green Mile. And he wasn't, you know, the friendly Mr. Jingles, a circus. He's like screaming at me. He's like, yo, no, you after me. You coming for me. I see you finna make your move. The only thing I could think of to say back was, no. Then why are you sitting there acting all stupid, Bo? Before I could say anything else, he turns around, and as he's walking back to his car, he goes, man, that bitch got you crazy. And he just leaves. I had some questions. You know, how do you know my girlfriend? Does coffee go good with meth? Do you know that you're in Sherman Oaks? But growing up, a little bit about me, I was an Army brat, so, you know, I lived everywhere and, you know, traveled around. And a lot of people ask me, like, Joe, like, what was it like growing up? Like, you know, your parents were strict, I bet, right? Or wasn't your dad strict? No, he wasn't strict. He was just like any other dad. Well, some things were different. Like, you guys remember when your parents sat you down and gave you the sex talk? Sure. Imagine your dad sitting you down and using combat terms. He's like, son, when your platoon is in the jungle with no protection and you realize that your cover is about to be blown, you've reached the extraction point and it's time to pull out. Now just make sure you didn't leave any soldiers behind and it's mission complete. Then you can have a cigarette and take a nap. But it was weird, you know, like growing up everywhere. I lived in so many different states, and every single place I lived, there's always like one group of people that was just so closed-minded it irritated me. Like, like in the, you know, small towns in the South, it was the hardcore Republicans, you know. Gays aren't people. They're ruining the sanctity of marriage. It's just unnatural. My fourth husband always said that. Smartest man I ever knew. Like in the North, you know, it was the racism. You know, people, you know, at the lunch table, they just let the N-word fly like they're talking about cars. Like, man, I was in downtown Philly last weekend, and I have never seen so many Chevys in the same place. Like just a bunch of broke-ass Chevys sitting on the side of the road. If my sister ever came home with a Chevy, my dad would kill her. I didn't understand it either. But, you know, we're all up here, we're comedians, we're trying to make something happen, right? We're trying to succeed. And anytime you do something like that, there's always the naysayers, the people that are like, oh, you don't want money, man. Money changes you. It'll make you a different person. Isn't that the point? If you win the lottery tonight, are you going to still go home and sniff the leftovers? Probably got one more day left. I mean, when I get rich, I'm gonna be completely different. I'm gonna, you know, go to the gas station, fill the tank up all the way. I'm gonna roll my window down in intersections, give the homeless person $1. I'm gonna have a housekeeper that's white. I like to splurge. Any of you guys ever get a crappy gift before? We just had our 1-year anniversary not too long ago, me and my girlfriend, and she took me to this place for a relaxation massage. And I have never been in so much pain in my entire life. You go into this place, you know, the music's playing softly in the background, there's nice, big, comfortable chairs, they bring you in, they sit you down, and then it starts. This little Asian man came over to me and he grabbed my forearm and he pushed. And I thought it was a mistake at first, you know, because it hurt so bad. And then he just kept pushing and pushing until I was just ready to scream. And I just remember thinking, this is like torture. And I look up on the wall, there's no diploma, just a picture of John McCain. I was like, what is this, a test? Do I have to beat his timer? He sees me looking, he's like, crack after 1 hour. Then he starts extracting information. He's like, so, what you get her for anniversary? Like, I don't know, I'll start saving for something now. After 5 minutes of that, I was just spilling everything. I just saw the new Twilight movie, and I liked it. I cried during the Notebook. I've tried on her panties, and they fit. If our government used those guys as interrogators, that would save us a lot of money. For one, they're only $10 an hour. I get the feeling that my girlfriend wants to get married. You know, not just from the stuff she says to me, but the shows she makes me watch. You know, like Cake Boss, Say Yes to the Dress, Survivor. You know. But any of you guys here work with the public? You work with the public? Half-hearted claps like that. I work at a grocery store, and you know, when you work with the public, just people drive you nuts. You know, like you can't even describe it. They just drive you crazy. You know, like, I don't care. They just tell you their whole lives. Like, I really don't care. I don't want to hear about your husband's bowel movements or the fact that I look like Matt Damon. I really don't care. But, you know, any place you work, there's always this one customer that everyone hates. Where I work, we call her Dog Lady. Just picture the most miserable, wrinkled, ugly, old. We warn each other when she comes in. We see her, we're like, oh. Attention customers, don't miss out on her 5 for $5 mangoes all day today. And team members, this is how annoying she is. She holds her place in line with a water bottle. Then she makes sure she's in the shortest line. And then she goes and finishes her shopping. She's not even done yet. And if you try to take somebody ahead of her, she comes up and stabs you. There's no winning with this lady. Everything you do is wrong. She just, oh, this is too much. Find somebody to bag my groceries. I'm not paying for that. Oh, you're doing it wrong. I'll bag it myself. Why are you making me bag my own groceries? It makes me so uncomfortably angry. I start sweating and shaking. There's like a big vein that pops out of my forehead. And I'm standing there seething with anger. And I think back to the guy at the gas station. That's the bitch who has me crazy. How did he know? Thank you so much, everyone. You've been great. Please back up your host, Karen May.
Let's give it up for Joe Brennan.